All right. I assume everyone out there witnessed and watched the same train wreck that I watched. Dallas at MetLife against the Jets. So let's just dive right in. Dallas shows up at this game with not one, not two, not three, but 4 offensive linemen out. So they were basically 80% of the offensive line was not available to play in this game. You would think that that means our defense could take control of this. That's not what happened. So the Jets started out this game with a nice opening drive. They couldn't finish it though. Then the Jets missed a tackle on Dallas' first drive for a change. Just to mention also, at this point in the game, we're -7 in turnover margins coming into week 5. We literally have not forced a single turnover in 4 games leading into this game, and still did not find a way to find the ball in this game. So we went 5 games without forcing a single turnover. We're 0-5 without turning the ball over. It is the first time in the NFL history that this has happened. This comes down to fundamentals of coaching, of player mindset, and practicing. So it's just a complete and utter disarray on the field. There is no cohesion. There is no communication, and you could just see the players. They're not gelled. This team is broken. Okay. Q Williams, a stupid penalty followed by a big run play. Javonte Williams makes a gash with about 2 minutes 35 seconds left in the first quarter. All right. Pickens beats Sauce for another big play. First down. 3rd and 10. Dallas gets a first down on a swing route. More missed tackles. And Javonte Williams has another big run. Jets defense sucks. That's what I have written down here. It just sucks. Jake Ferguson just gashes us for a touchdown with terrible coverage. It was just disgusting. And again, all of this with 80% of the offensive line not there at the game, okay? So our defensive front could not impose themselves on backups. What the hell is Wilkes doing running that defense that we cannot scheme anything up at all? Then Dallas follows up the next series with back-to-back sacks to force the Jets to another 3 and out. Awful. Just freaking awful. Jets O-line is having issues blocking. I noticed we just couldn't stop. We couldn't block anybody. It was Matador offensive line. Come on in. Get to our quarterback as fast as you can. Dallas had a supposedly a subpar pass rush. We made them look great. Our offensive line made them look like they were studs. Okay? Another stupid penalty again, killing any momentum that we can pick up on offense. And then the backbreaker. We get a stupid fumble and turnover in the red zone. Happened to be a great punch out, but we drive down the field just like it's like deja vu. So this team is not learning anything from week before. They're not protecting the ball. They're not. You get down in there inside the red zone and you're inside the 5-yard line. You makes a great run and the guy punches the ball out. And at that point where the score was 10-3 and we're about to go tie it up. And once that ball got punched out and Dallas picked the ball up, you could just see it was just like the wind just came out of the sails and this team just like crumbled. It crumbled. They broke us. We were a broken team. And basically that's how the game ended right there. Breece Hall's fumble cost us the game, and we're still in the first half. So he gets that ball punched out on that play, and this team just 1 step forward and 3 steps backwards. So the ball security was terrible. That was the 9th fumble. Number 1 in the NFL in terrible plays. So we were top in the league at that point now when this happened in the most turnovers in the NFL. You cannot win games when you play like this. That I blame on the coaching, and I also blame on the players themselves. The accountability is spread out. The Jets defense lets Dallas march down the field 95 yards after that turnover and punches it in. And you think that was going to close out the half. Not so fast. Okay? Our Swiss cheese defense, which was hard to watch. Okay? So we get the ball back after they just ram it down our throats 95 yards. We get the ball back, and guess what? Let's give it right back to them. So let's see if they can do some more damage on us, on our Matador defense. So Dallas goes down 90 yards in 1:21 to close out the half. But then, to make matters worse, we give up that next touchdown. It's just unexcusable. Just disgusting, atrocious. Again, poor clock management, poor coaching, poor play calling, poor everything. All right, it was a total disaster. The Jets are the New York jokes, okay? That's out to my friend and his son in New York, my buddy, on his channel, the New York Jokes. You want entertainment, watch his channel. I've been loving it for a long time, the New York Jokes. And that's what this team is. And my buddy explains it as clear as day to us all. It's my therapy after I watch the weekly Trainwreck. Okay? So now the score is 23-3 at the half. It was 10-3 with 2 minutes to go in the half. And we're about to tie it up at 10-10. And instead of it being 10-10 to go into halftime, we go into halftime 23-3. Only the freaking Jets can do that to you. All right? I don't even think teams can try to be that bad and screw up that much and make that happen. Okay? It's about to be 10-10, and we're going into half. And instead of it being 10-10, it goes to 23-3. Unfreaking believable. This team is pathetic. The Jets' O-line can't protect Fields. That pass rush was just too much for him. And terrible play on 4th and 1 at midfield. What a disgusting, it was atrocious to watch that. Dallas goes deep to Pickens and torches Sauce for a monster touchdown, just to pour gasoline on a fire. And again, the Jets can't get a yard on another 4th and 1, and the wheels just fell off. And it's just, we're watching the two trains collide. That's what it is when you watch the Jets play. They're just gonna crash. The late drive for a score, way too little, too late. Again, now we're just padding stats. Just that's what the Jets do. We get destroyed, the game's over, and now the defense falls into like a cushion defense. Let's just eat up the clock and let them march down the field, and that's what we do. So Fields gets his stats, Wilson gets his stats, Hall gets his, everyone gets their stats, but it's all meaningless. It's just meaningless playing time where, why even bother? I don't even know. I don't know why they are doing that, but you know what? They're trying to make it look closer at the end of the game, but it's not. We got destroyed. The game was over when Breece Hall made that fumble with two minutes to go in the half. That's what ended the game for us, unfortunately. Like Breece said, some people shoot themselves in the foot, the Jets shoot themselves in the head. Breece, you put a bullet in our head. Thanks. Okay. Jets defense can't make any stops. We got carved up all day long. The Jets O-line can't protect Fields. Pressure all game long. Jets made stupid penalties throughout the game, like always. Jets can't force turnovers, like always. 5 games in, 0 takeaways. Aaron Glenn got outcoached again, so we're 0-5. First time ever, 0-5. Congratulations, Aaron. You've reached a new low. So I don't want to hear any of this shit about we're not the same old Jets. Again, like I said last week, we're worse than the same old Jets. This Jet team sucks so bad. It's unwatchable. And soon the bags are coming out again from like the 80s. The bags are going over people's heads, and everyone's going to be embarrassed to watch this team. We already are. But like at some point they're going to just hide their faces because they don't even want to be. Like I'm wearing my Jets jersey. When I go out in public, people are like, oh, it's got to be hard. Can't believe you wear that. It's got to be hard to be a Jets fan. It is. This is what we do. This is what we do. It's just like a pain that can't be described, sitting down in front of your TV watching the Jets fuck it up every week. They just find ways to just fuck it up. So congrats, Aaron. You're the first team in the NFL history to go 0-5 without a takeaway. Great stat to hang on your wall. Another atrocious display of being outcoached and outplayed from start to finish. So there's that. That's my Monday quarterback rant. I wish I had better news, but I don't, because our team sucks. This team is playing like they have no backbone. They can't tackle. The fundamentals aren't there. As soon as something goes wrong on the field, they just all go back. So the bottom line is this team is broken. We gotta break it down and restart. The only glimmering light on this team is Garrett Wilson. That's pretty much it. Nick Folk's been kicking good for us. Great, yay. Our field goal kicking is doing great. Yay. Big freaking deal. All right. But the bottom line again is we got to break this thing down. I'm so frustrated with what is showing up every Sunday on this field that we got to fix it. And I don't know what the answers are, but what we're watching and what's being given to us on a weekly basis is not anything that we can expect a playoff team to look like. So, again, this team's just really finds new ways to get under our skin. And again, I watched Aaron Glenn's, post-game interviews. At least he's eating some humble pie. You can tell the pressure's mounting on him. He's lost the attitude of, this ain't the same old Jets. He realizes, wait a second, I think I should not have said that to the media and the presser, and now it was a more humble interview. But again, it's the same old shit he keeps saying again. He's like, we got to get back to work. What have you done differently from week 1 to week 5? I think there's been a regression. In week 1, I felt like we lost to Pittsburgh, but we outplayed them in 7 out of 8 key statistical categories. It looked like we should have won that game, but then we got Boswell at the end. So that was week 1. Everything else since then, we've just been steamrolled. So there's the rant. And let's see what we can do in England against an elite defense in the Denver Broncos. You know what's going to happen? We're going to get steamrolled again. We're going to get destroyed. We're going to get outplayed. We're going to get outcoached. We're going to make stupid penalties. We're going to turn the ball over. We're not going to get any turnovers in our favor. The refs aren't going to give us any help at all. The refs, if anything, are going to call us for penalties that we may or may not even be doing, and they're gonna let them get away with things. So basically, we're gonna be 0-6. I've lost my optimism. I always start the season with it, but this team has just sucked it out of me, and now we're in a tailspin. We've already crashed. The season's over. We're just going through the motions now. And this is the Jet Fan Diary. Have a great night.